Okay, section 1.1, day 2, points, lines, planes. So this is a continuation of the earlier section. I'm going to now do some examples of how to draw and label a figure for each of the relationships that are described. So number 1, it wants me to draw a line, AB, that is on plane Q. I'm going to start by drawing a plane. Remember to keep in mind the proper notation. I'm going to put my fancy script, Q, something like that. And then I'm going to add my line, AB. So again, notation, make sure there's arrows. And because a plane goes on forever, this line that is also going on forever will stay on it. And I have to put some points here. So it's going to be, again, capital letters is the notation we need for points. A and B is what they wanted me to do. So we're just practicing labeling figures because a lot of geometries we're going to have to draw our own diagrams and we want to do it correctly. Okay, next example, number 2. It has a line up here and it's going to be ST, so I'm going to go start with one line and maybe another line. It doesn't matter, just 2 lines. It says it intersects, so I need it to cross. I'm going to start with putting an S probably here. And most of you probably are going to want it on the other side just by habit, I think. I don't know. I'm going to put my T over there like you probably would. It doesn't have to be over there. It could have been before it crossed. All it has to include is 2 of the 2 points have to be on that same pink line. But I think most people would do that. And then again, I'm going to put an A here and a B over here. Again, it's up to you where you want to put your letters. You could have had your A on the lower end here. You could have had both your letters on the upper end. It just needs to be somewhere located on that other line. And then the one that we don't really have that much of a choice of placing is the intersection. The intersection has to go here, and they said it had to intersect at P, so that one definitely goes right there. Again, this is how we can test your vocab knowledge. You need to know what collinear is, which means it's all in the same line. So just to help me out, I am going to draw the line to make it show a little easier. And they say these 3 points A, P, and X have to lie on that same line. So there's my 3. And again, I put it in order, AXP. You can put it in any order you would like. In fact, if you just drew these 3 points and labeled them AXP and you did not include that pink line, that would be fine as well, as long as it can obviously look like they're in a line. I just used a pink line to make it more obvious. Okay, this time they want the points not to be collinear, so do not put them in the same line. I'm going to put Y, maybe down here, a T, maybe here, I'll put the P, but obviously I could not draw a line containing all 3 of them. Sometimes I'll see people draw at least a line through 2 of them and maybe show how the other one is not. It's up to you. And then this last one, number 5, it wants me to do a line and contain the points X and Y. I know these are points because they're both capital. I know this is not a point because it's that lowercase script. So I'm going to start off by drawing the line L, and I'm going to have that lowercase over here at the right. It is not a point, so it does not get to be put on that red line. But these points do. So I'm going to put the X first, and I'm going to put the Y. So again, it's all about labeling, not just drawing the diagram, but labeling them with the proper letters, the proper capital versus lowercase, is practicing the correct notation. So we had a question earlier in the first section of this notes that talked about the planes. Again, same question, a little bit trickier though on this one. This one wants to know how many planes there are. So you're going to go ahead and count them. And I'm going to tell you it is 6. I often get people to say there are 7. There are actually just 6, and I'm going to highlight them for you, or at least draw over them. I have this one here on the bottom, so I'm going to color it pink. There's 1. And then I have this one that was in the front as 2. This one on the left, which is 3. In the back, I have the 4th one. On the right over here, I have the 5th one. And then the last one, all these different colors and lines, but the last one is this one on top, the T, W, P, Q on top. So there's the total 6. Where do I get people to say the 7th one? Sometimes I get people to try to count this bottom one again, but I already counted it when I drew it with the pink bottom here, so I don't get to count it twice. And so that's why there's only 6. This pink one is actually on that same extended version, so we cannot count it twice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase all these so we can see better. We need to find 3 collinear points, so all in the same line. Again, if there's more than one, we will look for them. I can see M, X, and S would all be on this lower line here, so I'm going to put down M, X, and S. And then I'm looking, I don't see any this way, don't see any this way, so it looks like that was my only choice for a set of collinear points. And then back to another question we had earlier in day 1. I just want to keep practicing some of these. It wants to know 4. Again, remember yesterday I told you 4 points could give us some trouble, so we have to figure out if they're all on the same plane. I'm going to erase these collinear points so we can see better. I'm looking for N and R and S. And I told you, if you only get 3 points, you can always say yes, because those are obviously always going to be a plane. It's when you get this 4th choice here. So the 4th choice is W. And now, like I said earlier, those first 3 were going to make that bottom plane. But now W is causing trouble here. It's not part of my bottom green plane. So we're going to put down no. W is not on the plane. And there's other ways you can explain it, but I chose for W to be the one left out. Alright, that ends day 2 of section 1.1.